Man, you really just can't hide the heat. In the summertime, you just look greasy. You just look greasy when it's hot. Excuse the mess in the background here. We're in the process of doing some reorganization. Just moving, getting rid of stuff, moving furniture around. Just a bit of a fall, end of summer cleaning kind of energy. It's 10 o'clock. We had some people come. I put a big piece of furniture up on Facebook Marketplace, and it was a bit of a curse, because in my mind, for most furniture, I'll put it up for free, because if you're willing to come get it and take it off my hands, you can have it. Otherwise, it's going to the dump. I don't have much interest in trying to recoup some sort of a loss, because most of the furniture in my home that we have is from Facebook Marketplace anyways. So I think of it more of as a pay it forward situation and less of a, what it's worth kind of thing. But it's hard because when you put things up for free on Marketplace, you attract a certain type of energy through the power of the internet where people are incredibly uninvested because it's free. And so they flake, or they just kind of don't have interest in the product at all. So between yesterday when I first listed it and today, I probably had anywhere from 75 to 100 inquiries. Most of them were the, "Hi, is this still available?" which is the automated response that you can just hit on a marketplace listing. So I don't ever respond to those. I only respond to the people who say something like, "I'll pick this up today," or, "When can I pick this up?" But even selecting those, it's just a barrage of flakes, and it took a full 24 hours to finally get rid of the damn thing. And anyways, it's gone now, and I'm happy to have done that. And then on top of that, I went and picked up some stuff on Facebook Marketplace from people. Mainly one. Well, I'll save it actually, because probably talk about it when I have it all set up. But we were watching Landman tonight. So I think I've talked about this in previous videos, but Sam and I, big fans of Yellowstone, the television show by Taylor Sheridan of the Sheridan universe, which has become so expansive. But we started watching Yellowstone just like a year or two ago. So we're really late to the game. I know that show, I think, originally premiered, 2018 or something, a long time ago. But we just started watching it 2 years ago, and it was great. Blew right through it. I mean, it has so many elements that I love, sort of like the big money of cattle, the scale of land, the scale of ranching, history. It's very, there's so much history from the 1800s and a lot of industrial history in the show. And then surprisingly, which I now have since become really into, is sort of the untold history of Native Americans, the treatment of the Native Americans by the American government and just Americans in general. Then that show highlights it a lot, especially in the spin-off series. There's two spin-off series, 1923 and 1887. Both of those, but especially 1887, if I'm remembering the year and the show right, really, really highlights the atrocities that the United States government and the people, just the United States, the atrocities that they committed against the Native American people. And in the show, the modern Yellowstone, which takes place in modern time, hints on a lot of the continued kind of atrocities and the continued discrimination. Anyways, I found that to be incredibly fascinating, and it led me to listen to a book called what was it called? It was a while ago now. Died for Your Sins book. Custer Died for Your Sins, which was really enlightening to just, I really like the perspective of the author, kind of being very objective about talking about a lot of Native American life and a lot of the stereotypes and the way we think about minorities and the way we think about, a lot of like, minorities and how like Native Americans are like even lesser than a lot of it was a very interesting book, is the long story short. So anyways, wow, long way of saying we started watching Landman because that's sort of the next. Oh, by the way, we watched the Dutton Ranch. So good. I think it's the best. It scratches the itch of Yellowstone, but there's only one season. We blew through that. So we're like, well, what are we gonna watch next? Well, there's Landman, which we keep seeing, and I love oil. I just love expansiveness. I love scale businesses. So if it's about like a giant, huge money-making business, and if it's about anything commerce, I'm always in. And so Landman I thought was going to be like that. It's not really so much about the scale of oil. There's a lot of that in it. But man, the writing is so fascinating because it is equal parts good and equal parts just horrible. I mean, like I was saying to Sam, there's some scenes in this show that feel like they were written by ChatGPT because they feel like really out of body to what the rest of the writing is. It feels very corny and unaware of the universe and the rest of the writing. And there's some scenes where suddenly it feels like you're watching some weird, like, honestly, like an intro to a porno or something. Like just bizarrely bad acting and writing. And then it snaps back into these great emotional monologues. So it's kind of perplexing. Yellowstone I really like though because it's so heavy-handed in its conservative influence. Like the audience, the show is very aware of who the audience is for Yellowstone. There's so much kind of conservative product placement and conservative value pushing and like, but it's subtly done. It's like right on the surface, but it makes the show very fun. I thought I was going to get more of that because there's a lot of these very like there's this one monologue that's very kind of, in my opinion, it's very like oil industry propaganda that is sort of like cosplaying a centrist point of view, and there's a lot of that in there. There's a lot of these like sort of centrist monologues that I think are ultimately striving for a more conservative audience. But either way, I thought it was going to be much more heavy-handed in that than it is. It's weirdly is Yellowstone has like a lot of conservative aspects to it, and it is aware of that, and it's leaning into that, but Landman is more I don't know, it gives me like debate lord, like I don't know how to describe it. It's mostly because of Billy Bob Thornton's character, but Billy Bob Thornton is fantastic in it. I like the show overall. I mean, we're only on episode 5, so we still have a lot to go of the first season. So I am sweating buckets in here because I have to have the AC off in order for you to hear on this microphone. It's really late. My door is closed, so I'm going to end this video so I can relieve myself of this pain and suffering. Thank you.